Well, hello yet again, everybody. Welcome back to Junk Shop Library, home of Improv Bible Study. The Bible study where we make fun of what can be made fun of in Holy Writ, and we pay the price of reading it word for word. We are just over halfway through the second book of Moses, called Exodus. We turn today to the 23rd chapter. Let's see what rules and regulations are laid out for us this time. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thine enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldst forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous. Also thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for you know the heart of a stranger, seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. And 6 years shalt thou sow thy land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But in the 7th year thou shalt let it lie rest and still, that the poor of thy people may eat. And what they leave the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy olive yard. 6 days shalt thou do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thine ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid, and the stranger may be refreshed. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. 3 times shalt thou keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread, thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib. For in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the firstfruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field. And the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year all thy males shall appear before the Lord God. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. And the first of the firstfruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not see the kid in his mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee in unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before thee, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come, and I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, and the Hittite from before thee. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased, and inherit the land. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea, even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee. And there we have Exodus 23. That's fascinating stuff, isn't it? So the first part of it, we're back to Whedon's Law. Don't be a dick. Then, keep the 3 feasts. And then, do what I say, or else I'm going to sick my angel on you, so you best do right. If you do right, I won't sick my angel on you. I will sick him on the Hivites, and the Ammonites, and the Perizzites, and the Jebusites, and the everybody else that's whose ancestral land I'm sending you in to take over. And nothing else. It's essentially one long repetition of don't be a dick and only worship me. Me, me, me. That's it. Straight from the mouth of the talking volcano on the magic mountain to the crazy old man who can't hold up his arms on his own. Awesome. There ain't nothing here to play with. Except, of course, for the warning that not to expect all of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hivites, and Jebusites to all be driven out at the same time in a short amount of time, because there's not enough Israelites to tend to all the land, and God doesn't want the promised land to become all covered in thorns and hyenas and shit. All right, well, man, I'm trying to find something to play around with here, but there's not anything. There's nothing. Oh well. Oh gosh. Next chapter is chapter 24, which is even shorter. But just scanning through it, I saw the word blood twice and also the word sapphire. So come back and see us for 24 and we'll figure out what in the hell that's all about. Everybody take care and be safe. If you're not subscribed already, poke the Pope, so to do. And the rest of Exodus up to this point will be linked right over here. Check anything out that you haven't seen already. And we will see you again here soon.